Good morning all. Today we are making our first drawing, the elevation and sectional views of a paneled door. So in this video I am explaining the step-by-step procedure by which you should draw a paneled door. Here I am explaining the step-by-step procedure for drawing a glazed window also, because both these drawings are somewhat similar. So first you should take your drawing sheet, then draw the title block, then fill the title block, then draw the margins, then you can start drawing the paneled door. Here actually what you should do is go to a nearby paneled door and collect all the available dimensions. Then for your purpose I have given all the dimensions from this textbook. So using these dimensions you should draw the entire paneled door. So the first step is to collect the necessary measurements required for the drawing, and after that the second step you should take your drawing sheet and you should plan the available drawing area. So here you can simply measure the horizontal length available using the drafter. It is 25 plus 25, around 50 centimeter horizontally you are getting. So that I am drawing here 50 centimeter, okay, and vertically you are having 25 plus 15, around 50 centimeter you are getting, okay. So that 50 centimeter you can't use effectively because for title block purpose and all I have taken some distance, so almost 40 centimeter you can easily take for drawing the entire drawing. So here I am getting a space of 50 centimeter by 40 centimeter that I can use for drawing. Now you should make a rough line sketch of the available paneled door. Here you need not draw the line sketch once again because it's already given. Here let's see how much length you should take for drawing the entire figure. So here they have given that it is 2000 millimeter, okay. So 2000 millimeter we should use here, and here also you should draw something, okay. So this 2000 millimeter means 2 meter, okay. Here this 2 meter I am having, and if it is 2 meter then with the scale I can decide. Here 11 centimeter is coming, so okay. So for 11 centimeter they have taken exactly for 11.2, okay. For 11.2 centimeter they are taking 2000 millimeter, that means 200 centimeter, okay. So by drawing a line of 11.2 centimeter they are indicating a distance of 200 centimeter, okay. So what will be the plan of the drawing? It will be 11.2 divided by 200, that is 1 by 17.85, okay, 1 by 17.85. So what is the scale of their drawing? So the scale of their drawing is 1:17.85. Now by using a 1:17.85 scale, if you draw this image to this paper, then it will fit this much space only. So you will get a figure which is fitting up to this much space only. So all these spaces will become wasted. So To avoid that, you should accurately plan the available drawing area. So the figure should be exactly fitting on the drawing area. It should not go beyond the drawing area, and it should not fixed at a corner of the drawing sheet. That means entire drawing area you have not utilized, only a corner space is utilized and the remaining spaces remained vacant. So these situations will not be there. You should effectively or somewhat symmetrically you should arrange the available figures. So how to arrange exactly? So for this purpose, I have already told that they have taken 1:17.85 scale. So you should change the scale. Then only you can make the figure exactly fitting on your available drawing space. So let's think how much should be our scale. So here you should measure the vertical distance that they have taken. So here it is 2 meter or 2000 millimeter, and if this line represents a 2 meter distance, then definitely this much length it will represent somewhat less than 1 meter. Okay, if they have used this line for 2 meter, then this line should be somewhat less than 1 meter. Okay, so from here to here it will come almost 3 meter, not more than that. So we should draw this 3 meter, or we should fit this 3 meter on our 40 centimeter available length. Okay, so from this 40 centimeter available length, I can take almost 30 centimeter only, because this 40 centimeter means you will have a margin here and you will have another margin here. So if you utilize the entire length, then the figure will look like this and it will be congested. So you should make some distance vacant. So just like some 5 centimeter or 5 centimeter, then you will get an available vertical distance of 30 centimeter only. So you can use this 30 centimeter for drawing this 3 meter line. Okay, so 30 centimeter on your drawing sheet will measure 3 meter. So 1 centimeter on your drawing sheet will measure how much? 3 into 1 divided by 30. That means 3 into 1 divided by 30. That means 3 divided by 30. 1 by 10. 1 by 10. So 1:10 is the scale that is required to draw on your drawing sheet. So if you use 1:10 scale, then it will look somewhat like this. So it's okay. So here you should check for the horizontal dimension also. Here horizontally, if you measure this much distance is marked as 1 meter. Okay, so here is 1 meter, and for 1 meter they have taken almost 6 centimeter. Okay, so if you take here, it's coming around 9 centimeter. Okay, so for 6 centimeter line it is 1 meter. Okay, so for 9 centimeter line it will be 9 by 6. That means 3 by 2, 1.5. So it will be 1.5 meter. So altogether from here to here, if you take, it will be 1 plus 1.5, around 2.5 meter. That means here this line represents 2.5 meter. So if you are drawing 2.5 meter on your drawing sheet with a 1:10 scale, then how much centimeters you should take on your drawing sheet? Here that you don't know, you can take it as x. Okay, so x centimeter means how much meter? Here it is, we have calculated 2.5 meter. Okay, 2.5 meter, and 1 centimeter you are getting 10 centimeter in your actual door. Okay, so for 1 centimeter long line on your drawing sheet, it represents 10 centimeter long line on the actual door. Okay, so for x centimeter long line on your drawing sheet, it will measure 2.5 meter. Okay, so for this x, you will get here this 2.5 meter is to be converted into centimeter. Okay, 250 centimeter. So 250 divided by 10, that means 250 divided by 10, cross multiplying. Okay, this one into this one will be equal to this one into this one. That is how you should cross multiply. So here you will get 25 centimeter. Now what is this 25 centimeter? In order to draw a line starting from here to here, I should make a distance of 25 centimeter on my drawing sheet, and you should check whether that 25 centimeter is available. Definitely it's available, because on horizontal direction we are having 50 centimeter available. So definitely you can pass the scale 1:10. So before selecting a scale, you should check on both the axes, that means on horizontal axis and vertical axis, whether you can fit the entire image, just like the elevation and sectional views and enlarged views, everything. Now you have decided that you should take 1:10 scale for drawing this image. So not only for this paneled door, but also for the glazed window also you can take the same scale by doing the same procedure that I have explained. Now let's see where to start. So here, better you start from the elevation and draw the entire elevation. After that you should cut the sectional lines. Then through those sectional lines you can look, and you should draw what you are seeing, that along that view. So that you should draw here and here. So that is how you should proceed. So in the case of building components, just like panel door, glazed windows, staircases, then trusses, etc., better you start from the elevation and proceed to the sectional views. And for drawing building plan and all, better you should start from the plan view, and then you should proceed up to the elevation. So now for this experiment you should better start drawing from the elevational view. And here what you should do is, exactly you should transfer the dimensions available to the dimensions required on your drawing sheet. How it should be done? It should be done by multiplying these dimensions with the scale. So for example, here first I should draw. So better first I should draw the vertical line like this. So this line should be 2 meter, that means 2000 millimeter. So this 2000 millimeter should be 2000 into 1:10, 1/10. That means should be a 200 millimeter line. That means a 20 centimeter line. So on my minute drafter, I should make it exactly vertical, and I should measure a distance of 20 centimeter. So better start from top, not from the top, but you can provide a space of 5 centimeter. So here we have calculated, you can easily provide some 5 centimeter gap on the top and bottom. So after making a 5 centimeter gap free, then you can start drawing this line. Okay, so that line should be a 20 centimeter line, so that you should draw here, and after that you should draw the remaining lines, just like you can draw this, you can finish the head frame. So after drawing this uprights, then you can draw the head frame, so you will get the framework. So within that framework you can finish all the remaining parts, just like the panel, and then the tower bolt, all drops, then the dotted lines. Now about these dotted lines and all, I have already explained during the last video. So you should study all this, and you should draw in this way, and you should finish it. So if you want to draw, for example, I'm again telling you, if you want to draw a 255 millimeter line on your drawing sheet, then what you should do here, 255 into 1/10, it will be 25.5 millimeter. That means 2.55 centimeter. So by taking a length of 2.55 centimeter, you can draw this line on your drawing sheet. By taking 2.5 centimeter, this line can be drawn. So in that way, all the lines can be drawn. So now by drawing like this, you will find some difficulties, just like some lengths are not given, just like this length is not given, then how you should draw it. So it is not that much difficult. Here, this is a 25.5 centimeter line. That means it's a 255 millimeter line. Okay, so for a 255 millimeter line, they have used a 0.75 centimeter line. Okay, so this distance is coming around 0.75 centimeter. Okay, so with the help of a 0.75 centimeter line, they have drawn this 255 millimeter. Okay, or this 25.5 centimeter line. Okay, so now I should measure this length. It's coming around 0.8 centimeter. Okay, so 0.8 centimeter means 255 into 0.8. Sorry, 25.5 into here. All the dimensions should be in the same unit. Here it is centimeter. So 25.5 into 0.8 divided by 0.75. It is 25.5 into 0.8 divided by 0.75. It is 27.2. Okay, now it's understood that this line represents a 27.2 centimeter long line on the actual paneled door. Okay, now I obtained this line as 27.2. That means 272 millimeter. Okay, here it is 272 millimeter that I can write. So in the usual way, I can decide this 272 millimeter line should be drawn on my drawing sheet. How should I do? So for a 272 millimeter line, I am having 1:10 scale. Okay, so 272 into 1/10. That means 27.2. Okay, 27.2 millimeter should be taken for drawing this line. That means 27.2 millimeter means 2.72 centimeter. So by drawing a 2.72 centimeter line here, I can represent this line. Okay, in this way, whatever be the dimension you are in need. For example, this all drop, its length is not given. You can apply the same principle. So first you should take a dimension that is given, and from this dimension you should decide the scale that they have used. It is 1:17.85. Okay, so with that scale you can find out the remaining lengths. So by finding out those lengths, you can write those lengths here, or you should keep in mind those lengths, and then directly you can convert those lengths into 1/10 scale, and you will get the dimensions required on your drawing sheet. So in that way you can easily find the dimensions of the unknown lengths. So in that way you should finish the entire elevation, and you should cut some sectional lines. Here this is a sectional line. A sectional line can be drawn like this, and this triangle represents the direction along which you are observing. So here I am observing in this direction, and in this direction I can see this much details. Here I have already explained all this during the last video. Here this represents the concrete beam that is lying above the head frame. If we are not providing this concrete beam, then the entire load will come directly on the door, and the door will fail. So to avoid that, we are safely providing a concrete beam, and the beam will take all the loads coming on the top of this door. So the door will be having no loads on it. Okay, so after that, this is the sectional view. It is a wooden block. This head frame is cut like this and looked in this direction. Okay, and this rail, it will be inserted inside this head frame, this top rail. So that is shown here, and here this panel is shown like this, and after that again a rail is coming here. This rail is again coming. On this rail they have provided this drop and all, and again there is a rail, and in between two rails you can see a panel, and this panel is getting inserted within the rail. That is why I have shown it like this. Okay, here also I have shown in a tapered way. I have inserted these panels into these rails. Okay, so in that way, here this line represents the frame that you can see while looking in this direction. Okay, here the hatching represents the sections through which the cutting knife is getting passed. Okay, once the cutting knife touches any part, then that part should be hatched. Hatching means just like shading. Okay, so all the materials are having its own hatching style. For wood it will be like this, for concrete it will be like this, for stone masonry it should be a double line which is sloped. Okay, now in that way, here I am not providing any hatching. Why? Because this is this top frame, this is this upright. Okay, this upright is not directly getting cut. Okay, the cutting knife is not passing through this upright, so still it's visible. By looking this direction you can easily see this upright. So I should draw that upright without hatching. That is what I have done here. So this line represents the edge of this the edge of this wall. Okay, so edge of this wall, this edge, it is represented by this line, and this line represents the edge of the upright. Okay, this is the edge of the upright, and this is the edge of the wall, that you can easily find it. Okay, and this dotted lines represents the inserted portion of the upright inside the floor, and in that way you can finish this entire sectional view. You can use the dimensions which are given, and you can find out the dimensions which are not given, and then only you should convert it into your drawing sheet. So in the same way you can draw the section 2 also. So here you are cutting like this, so better you cut in this portion only. If you cut in this portion, then you can't add these details. Okay, so better cut a section which is having maximum details available. So in that way you can draw this section also. Here you should notice the small lines just like this. If you draw like this, then only you can lock the two doors without having any gap. Okay, so these small things you should consider, and you should check how they have inserted this panel into the styles. So it should be like this in a tapered way. Okay, and these dotted lines represents the holdfast which are not directly seen on the sectional view, but they are still there. So you should draw it in a dotted way. So that and all I have already explained. And what about this enlarged view? So here you should use some different scale. So better you can use some somewhat higher scale, just like some 1:5 or 1:3, 1:2 or something like that. And the dimensions are here given. If they are not given, then you can simply find out it, and you should complete this image also. And that is how you should draw a panel to draw. In the same way, by changing by making some changes, you can draw a glazed window also. And I have in detail I have explained how to draw the glazed window in the next video. So by using that video you should draw the glazed window also. So in that way you can draw both a paneled door and a glazed window on your available drawing sheet.